I have finished the second floor layout, showing all the interior walls, the doors and windows, and now we're going to continue to the second floor. But before we do that, I want to go over the wall section so I can show you what the actual house or how the house is constructed. We have a two-story house, and we have 4 different levels that we need to incorporate into our Revit project. The first one is the first floor. This is the actual top of foundation slab, where everything, all the walls are they sit on top of the slab, and then we build up. So we have our wall section right here, and this is the 2x4 studs, and we're going up 10 foot 1 inch to the plate height. The plate height is the top of the wall, and this is the level where all the second floor framing sits on top of. Okay, so the second floor framing, and then we have the actual second floor level right here, and then the whole second floor is built on top of that level, and it goes up 9 foot 1 inch to the next level that we're going to call the roof plate. Here on top of this wall, the roof plate, we have our roof rafters, and the roof rafters are going to be fastened to the top of the wall plate. In this case, we're calling it the roof plate. So we have 4 levels in our wall section, and we're going to have to add those to our project. So by default, when we created this drawing, this project, the default template that we use, it came in with 2 levels, level 1 and level 2. Okay, so now we're going to add some more levels. To do that, we need to go to the elevations view right here. And let's go to the south elevation. Remember, whenever you're drawing in plan, we have these elevation markers, and the top one is north, bottom south, east elevation, and west elevation. So I'm going to go to this view, the south elevation. So in my project browser, I double click on the south elevation, and it takes me to that view. Okay, so by default we had these 2 levels already made, and I'm going to add a couple of more levels. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the size of these labels because they're a little too big, and once I start adding more levels, it's going to get in the way. So I'm going to change this to the quarter scale, and as you see, the text got a little bit smaller, so I'm going to work with that. So again, looking back at our wall section, we have the first floor. So on this level here, it's called level 1. I'm going to rename this. I'm going to click inside of this box, okay, and I'm going to change the name, and I'm going to call it first floor, and then hit enter. And then the program's going to ask me, do you want to rename the corresponding views? That means right here, do you want to rename this over here? And I'm going to say yes. Okay, notice that it changes or updates that label. So now I'm going to go back to this one, and I'm going to call this one level, let's see, what's the next level? I'm going to name this one plate height, and the actual plate height is 10 foot 1 inch. So, okay, so let me go over here, and I'm going to double click on that label and change it to plate height. Hit enter, and yes, rename that view. And then I'm going to change the number, the height, to 10 foot 1 inch. Okay, so that updates. Now I'm going to add the third level, which is second floor right here. So in my architecture tab, I need to look for level over here. So you click on that, and I'm just going to draw a level somewhere up here and stretch it across, and it comes in as level 3. Okay, exit here. And now I'm going to rename this to second floor. and say yes. Okay, and the height between these two levels is 1 foot 4 3/4. So let me change that. So the way I do that is I'm going to click on that level and I get the temporary dimension over here between levels. So I'm going to change it to 1 foot 4.75. 1 foot 4 inch and 3/4. Okay, so that moves that level down. Alright, I'm going to add my fourth level up here, level, and I'm just going to put it somewhere about right there and place it. Now this level needs to be 9 foot 1 inch, and we're going to name it roof plate. So over here I change that to 9 foot 1 inch, moves it down, and I'm going to double click here and call it roof plate and just say yes. Okay, so now I have my 4 levels of my wall section. Once I have that, I can go to my second floor level, and that's where I'm going to start drawing my second floor. So in the project browser, I'm going to double click on second floor, and it takes me to this view. Now remember that we are going to start drawing our second floor plan in this level, and it's going to build everything that we do above that point right over here. So in this area, that's where we're going to be drawing on that level. So let's go back to the second floor. Now, based on our drawing, on our assignment drawing, the second floor is really close or almost exactly the same footprint as the first floor. So it's got the same 42, 32.4 and all the way around, with the exception of right here, this area, it's a little bit different. Instead of jogging back in, it just goes straight across. So I'm going to use my first floor as a guide for me to draw this this second level. First thing I'm going to do over here in my properties, I'm going to scroll down to where it says let's see, we're looking for underlay right here. So under underlay, we click here and we want to show the first floor and hit apply. And here we see an outline, not in detail, but just an outline of our walls below on the level below. So we're going to use that to trace our second floor. So let's get started. Wall tool. It needs to be exterior siding on 2x4s, and we were doing core exterior face, and the top of our wall, we're going to take it up to the roof plate. Hit apply. Okay, now I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to start right here. This is the outline of my wall below, but notice what's going to happen. I'm going to just draw a little bit and then change my detail to fine so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so notice that the wall below is down here, but if I'm drawing my second floor with core exterior face, then it's off by about that much, which is about 1.25 inches right there. So in order for me to draw my second floor and have it completely aligned with the first floor, I need to draw it differently. So let me erase this piece and go back to my wall. So instead of drawing it core face exterior, let's do finish face exterior. And then we're going to start here. And notice that now I'm lining up exactly with my outline below. So all I'm going to do is just trace. Here, go all the way around. And our second floor actually just comes out straight across, and I'm going to use my edit tools, the trim to corner, to clean up this corner right here. So there I have my footprint of the second floor. Now I'm not going to dimension it because it's already locked on the first floor, and if I move a wall or something on the second floor, then I'm going to see that it's not aligned anymore, so I'm not going to bother measuring or dimensioning and locking it in this view. So let me save what I have and continue. So our second floor, we have our perimeter done. Now we're going to do the interior walls, and I'm just going to get you started in this video, and then we'll skip towards the next step. So I'm just going to pick any wall, doesn't matter. I'm going to start doing this and maybe the stair wall, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I know that this wall and this wall on my first floor are the stair walls. Okay, so I can trace over those the same manner that I did the exterior walls, in order for me to get this wall and that wall lined up with the first floor. Okay, so I'm going to go to my wall and then select my interior 2x4, and also I'm going to change this to finish face exterior, and I'm just going to trace this to there, escape, and then trace this wall to there. And I don't know if I have the right measurement from the back wall, but I know that I'm lining these up and for my stair shaft or stairwell. Okay, so I'm going to look back at my floor plan. So this wall is this wall, okay, and then this one goes all the way up to the exterior wall. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to select this wall and extend it to here, right there, and then I'm just going to start drawing some other walls. Interior. Oh, the new walls that we're drawing, let's move them up to the roof plate. Okay, so I have another wall somewhere about right there, and it goes all the way down. And then I have another wall somewhere about right here, and then somewhere about right here is the other one. Okay, so that's this wall, this one, and then down. So now I'm just going to use my temporary dimensions to line up those walls exactly where they need to be. So I click on this wall because that's the wall I want to move. And based on my dimensions, this one has to go to the outside face of the stud, so I just clicked once on the grip. And then this one is in the right place, so I'm going to change the dimension, needs to be 10'5". Then I click on that wall because that's one I want to move, and that one needs to be from that side of the stud to that side of the stud, and the dimension is 6'6". Okay, so that one's good. Next, that one, and it's from the exterior face of the stud to the interior, which is correct, and that one is 15'4". Alright, so again, let me move this one over so we can see. I got this one now in place here, and then I have this one and this one, and then I have my stair. So I'm going to continue to do the rest, and I'm going to put it on pause, the recording, and I'll come back when most of the floor plan is done.